Good morning. Welcome to my house. So for the last 3 years, I've been living here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I have been a permanent resident here. I have stopped traveling in my van for the last 3 years and have been back in a normal lifestyle where I had to get a job, bought a house, and this is my house here in Las Cruces. For the last 3 years, I've been living here in Las Cruces. When I ended my videos last, I was looking for a house and looking for a place to live, and I was staying in my van. I wanted to do a video now to update everybody on what I've been doing for the last 3 years and how it was like to get out of van life. It was actually way harder to get out of van life and get back into a house than it was to do it the first time, to get out of the house and live in the van, sell everything. I'm going to go through all that, what I've been doing. Some of you may already know, because crazy enough as it was, some of you found me at my jobs here in Las Cruces, and there was quite a few of you. That was pretty funny. But anyway, for the last 3 years, when I ended the video, I was still in my van looking for jobs, looking for a place to live, etc. I had rented a space in somebody's backyard that I met. I don't even remember how I met her. I think I met her online, and rented a space, cleaned up her yard so I can stay in that space for free. And I stayed there. She ended up selling the house and the property, and I kept on staying on her land. The next owner let me stay, but they kind of charged me like $50 a week. I only stayed there about another month. And if you remember way back when I was doing a foreclosure or rental house in my other videos, and I cleaned it up, traveled back to the Midwest and did that, that actually sold. I used that money for the down payment to buy this house. But it was way harder than I thought to get back into a house, to actually get a mortgage, to get a loan. You know, I had been living in my vehicle, didn't really have a permanent residence for quite a while. I had a UPS store mailbox. I didn't have a job for a long period of time. So I'm going to go through a few of those things on how I was able to accomplish getting in a house. Alright, so first of all, why did I stop making videos? First of all, my computer died. Like, it was barely making a video and barely able to process a video in the last one that I made 3 years ago. And I was trying to keep all of my money for a down payment in the house. I couldn't really afford to invest in another computer. And it was also, number two, just a way of, I had to survive. Like, it was so, it was a lot of work at that time. It was so hot. It got really hot really fast. It was the spring, and I had gotten one job. It was just a part-time job. And since I'm not doing those things anymore, I can tell you what they were. I was selling kettle corn on the side of the road. I met some dude that he made the corn, he put it all in Tupperwares, and I could put the Tupperwares under the bed in the van and the tables, and he told me where to go. And I would do it like on, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing, and he paid me on a daily rate. Adele and everybody, the dogs could come with me, cats could come with me, and you know, I knew everybody was safe or whatever. The rest of my camp was back in that lady's backyard, like I told you earlier. And so I did that for a while. Then I got the second job, because I mean, it was just a little bit of income. The second job was pretty funny. I was during COVID, and I did the interview FaceTime inside of my van. That my boss at that time hired me on the spot on the FaceTime video. I had to be straight up with her, saying like, this, what you're seeing is my house. I'm living in my van. So I'll have to like drive it to work. Is there any way I could maybe like run an extension cord inside the building on some days, because it was getting hot. And back in 2021, it got up to like 106. And I put a window unit air conditioner in the window and ran extension cord inside the building, and had to do that until July, when my other house, my foreclosure rental house, sold, and was able to take that money and put it into this house. And I thought, okay, good. I got a job, I got the money, I got good credit, I'll be able to get in the house, no problem. And it was just, well, you didn't have the job long enough. You haven't been at a residence long enough, or, you know, you've been UPS store mailbox thing. That's not really a permanent residence. That ended up taking a while to actually close. And even though you had all these things in a row to be able to say you can have the house, then that was extremely stressful time. So I just could not concentrate on trying to make a video with maybe just my phone or anything like that. During those times, it was a matter of survival, going to work, keeping everybody cool, keeping the animals safe, keeping Adele safe, cool, whatever. And then you know, going back and forth with my house to, you know, with the van to a job, and then at night back up to my camp, which was outside of town, and did that until I finally was able to close on this house. So that is where we are at now. So I do apologize for not being able to make a video and update anybody for quite a while. I've been working here in Las Cruces, and I finally just got a computer just a couple months ago. I bought a fixer-upper house here, and that is what I've been doing in addition to working 1 to 2 jobs to kind of fund this. So I'm almost done with fixing up this house, and then this house will go up for sale, and then I will move again. But this time I'm going to go back to Missouri, where I was in the very beginning, on that same piece of property, and kind of go back to homesteading and traveling just part-time. I won't be like full-time traveling, but probably travel, obviously, during the winter. I love that. Going back out to the Southwest, things like that is probably in my future. The van, it was just too small now. I need to upgrade to something bigger. So once I sell it and sell this house, then I'll get probably a bigger RV after I kind of establish myself a little bit somewhere else. But yeah, I just got a computer a couple months ago. I bought one last year, a brand new one. And within the first month of it using, the processor went out, and I had to send it back for warranty work, and then you're waiting for like 4 or 5 weeks for them to say it wasn't fixable, and then to give you back the money, you know, another 10 days for it to process and give you back the money. So then you have to go back out and go shopping again, you know, and look for a whole other one. So I kind of gave up for a little while, and I just got one, so I should be able to make videos again. I know it's been a long time, and it's been rusty, and I forgot how to do a lot of things. I kind of have to relearn, and things are a lot different in just this short period of time on the social media. After I did my couple temporary jobs, and then I got the second job that enabled me to get this house, I stayed at that job for about a year. Another opportunity came up. I did another job where I had a bunch of customers that I met were actually some of you viewers. I did that job for a while. It kind of ended, and it's been very odd trying to go back to work. That's a big change from living in the van, where you didn't really always know what day of the week it was. You didn't really care a whole lot what you looked like. I apologize. I look back at some of my videos in van life, and like, I never had makeup on. I wasn't really doing my hair ever. And yeah, I was just like, wow, it was really, it was very free-spirited time. Not bathing much and not really caring where you're at or what you're doing or what you look like. And then recording it all is pretty funny. Sometimes I watch that stuff and I'm amazed at what I did even. But here we are, and I did an array of jobs over the last 3 years, and I just quit my last job. I am back to being retired again. That's why I'm going to start up the YouTube thing, trying to film what we're going to do. We're going to finish up with this house, move, and start my homestead again and then hopefully travel part-time and be able to film my new home base there, and now that I have a computer again, and the travels maybe in the future. But for right now, I'm going to just kind of update what's happened in the last 3 years, what it's been like living here in Las Cruces. A lot of people that I know have moved here. It seems to be a good retirement area, but a lot of things have changed. When I first moved here, it was a different place, and now that you know, I don't do anything political, but now like the borders are open and stuff like that, it's really changed down here. The crime is kind of skyrocketed, and like for those of you that are out traveling and want to think about when you get too old and you need to live in a home base and stuff, I noticed that some of you, like, they want to use this as a home base because of the weather and stuff like that. There's a lot of homeless people in this town. I was not used to that. That's really kind of gotten out of hand because it's whatever sanctuary city where they just kind of are shipped here and arrive. Because of the border being open, they had buses that would just kind of come over all the time, and not everybody keeps on the bus and keeps going. Sometimes we would see like new people in the town that you didn't see before. But overall, we have loved the city. It was a first for me. We've never lived in the city. We kind of did up in Ruidoso for that little bit, but not like this, like we're right on a city block. There's traffic, there's noise, there's all of that. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to, and it's nice to have everything be close to you and convenient, but in the next 6 months, we're gonna be changing our lifestyle again completely to go back out to the country and on a dead-end gravel road where there isn't any of this driving by noise or you know, the bass noise or the loud exhaust at 3 a.m. you know. Come here, Shiva. Come here, Shiva. Come here. And there's Shiva. She's all good. She's outside here with... There's good old Caesar. Caesar didn't always travel with me because he was not a good traveler. He would stay with other family members. He's 14 and a half. He is still with me. I adopted him when he was a year old, and you only saw him in a few videos because he would get separation anxiety too much, and it wasn't good for him, but he's with me all the time now. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah. Got some chickens still. Can have 6 chickens here in town. No roosters, but good old Dusty. Dusty was saved on a camping trip many years ago. He wasn't with us from the beginning, but I found him in the woods, dumped all skinny, and he is doing good. He's kind of overweight, but he's doing good. Nibbles has been with me since he's a kitten. He's been with us in all of the van stuff, and he is 12 years old and enjoying his relaxing time inside on his recliner. This is his own personal kitty recliner, and enjoying the inside cool air. In the next video, I will give you a recap of what we've been doing for the last 3 years, all the footage that I've taken, the things that we've done, things in the area and outside the area. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you for watching. So for the last 3 years, I've been living here in Las Cruces. And I live right here in town. I've never lived in town.